guys, welcome to another episode of Buddy Mantra Highlights. We are finally back from our self imposed hiatus, and if you have forgotten about us, do not worry. Here's the breakdown for you. Each week, we talk to one content creator you know and love and ask them all the questions that you have been dying to know about. However, this week we plan to do something different. We shall not be interviewing content creators from Instagram as we have done until now. Instead, we shall be talking to the very special winners of this month's Buddy Mantra Your Code contest. Every few months, Buddy Mantra holds its very special, very different story contests on Your Code, where we encourage our readers to post their own stories on prompts that we put up. This week with us, we have Dr. Maushmi, a pediatric dentist now settled in Odisha. Dr. Maushmi is not just a jack of all trades, but the master too. With a voracious appetite to learn every new skill that passes down her purview, she leaves everyone in awe of her talent. Welcome to Buddy Mantra Highlights, Dr. Maushmi. We are so glad to have you here with us today.
Thank you so much, Shreya. It is an honor to be present here with you all.
Thank you so much. So, Dr. Maushmi, please tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, so about myself, well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Maushmi Sahu, a pediatric dentist, or in simple words, a dental surgeon specializing in pediatric dentistry. I'm born and brought up in the Silver City, Cuttack in Orissa. I am a believer, an artist living life one poem at a time, and a work in progress mother, you could say. And I am an extrovert who tries to make the most of whatever comes my way. Writing is not just my passion, but also a therapy for the soul. And I believe that life is always beautiful. There is much more good in the world than there is bad. So all we have to do is look hard enough.
Right.
That's it.
So beautiful that was. So, Dr. Maushmi, you won the Buddy Mantra Your Code contest recently. Have you always been writing stories, or did you get into this quite recently? How has your experience been with Your Code?
I've been more of a poet writer. I'm much more into poems, and I've been writing it since I was in school. Writing stories
Right,
I have started since a few years only, and
right.
more so after this Buddy Mantra competition, they gave such amazing prompts to write. So that has influenced me and inspired me to write a variety of genres, different kinds of stories. So yes, I'm enjoying writing stories too now, thanks
Oh.
to this contest and exploring different genres of writing too.
Awesome, awesome. So, if you don't mind, could you like tell our listeners a bit about what your prompt was and what was the story that you wrote about it?
Yeah, sure. The prompt they gave numerous prompts. We had a set of prompts around 6 to 7 days. So the
Right,
one which I liked the most was the first prompt which they gave, that to write a story in which your character falls in love with someone least expected to.
right,
So I wrote the story titled Little Love, and it involves two characters basically, a lady Shania and her 3-year-old son Mihit. And the story basically starts with the scene when Shania returns home from office, and Mihit rushes into her arms and she hugs him, cuddles him, and then she realizes that he is the only one keeping her sane because she is recently divorced, and after surviving through numerous breakups and a broken marriage, she has now taken for granted that the door of love is sealed shut for her, and so she has Mihit only. Her entire world revolves around him, and the story progresses how she is juggling between her between her office duties and her family life, managing her son all alone. And she has a maid at home who tends to her son. And when she is at home and looking after her son, over the next few days, she comes to hear a voice suddenly, somebody practicing songs, rehearsing, and she is quite taken away by his mellifluous voice, and she wonders who it is. And but then she gets busy in her work, and over the next few days, she doesn't have much time to think over it. But then, after a few weeks, the voice comes regularly. She hears him regularly, either in the evenings or at night, and the voice doesn't go away from her mind, and she keeps wondering who is it that has been singing so mellifluously over the days. So she tries to find out from her neighbor, and then she comes to know that it's a new tenant in her flat who lives on the floor below. And since Shanaya has a passion for singing, so the besides Mihit, her son, music was the only thing keeping her alive. And to find someone who is as passionate at singing like her, she literally feels that there is some magic in his voice, and she breaks all the walls that she built around her heart, and somehow she is driven away by his voice and wants to meet him. And this the story ends on the note that maybe that her voice was his voice was something which brings back the magic in her life, and she wishes that maybe the hopes of love which she had assumed to be fallen off the cliff are now hanging onto a branch, and maybe this branch could build her nest again. So she secretly wishes for a miracle, and on this note the story ends.
Wow, like wow, that's so beautiful. I am just so moved by listening to just the brief narration of your tale, and I can't wait to go back and read the entirety of the story on your quote. And I just loved the way you ended it. Actually, like the story was beautiful, but I love the way that there was no like real conclusion that usually a lot of stories tend to put, right? Where you see that the hero and heroine or the main characters, they get together and there is an epilogue and everything, but to be left in that uncertainty, to show that beauty of love through a slight uncertainty, is it was just so flooring, it was just so beautiful. Guys, you can check out Dr. Moshmi's submission on your quote right now. So ma'am, you write so beautifully and you're also a dentist during the day. What else do you love to do?
Well, I have a very long list of hobbies other than writing and my hospital duties. I
Right.
love singing, I enjoy dancing, then I read a lot. I love photography too.
Wow.
Then I used to participate a lot in the literary contests in schools and colleges, and
Right.
including debating and all those stuff. Then I also love drawing, sketching, painting, mehndi designing. And recently during my internship, I had also learned to play the keyboard. So yes, I
Wow.
try to explore all venues, and as much as possible, I try to learn.
Wow, that is so inspiring. There is like it's a never-ending list of talents that you have. I used to love dancing, but right now I sing more than I dance, and it's all just bathroom singing. It's so inspiring to learn that you dabbled in so many of the arts even while you had such a busy schedule every day. How did you even manage to make that kind of time? Like, what is your mantra?
My mantra actually is to make the most of whatever comes my way. Like time management is quite tricky, I agree. And I literally struggle till today to keep in touch with everything. And I miss out on a few things on some days. And I feel it's completely okay. If we are passionate about something, then we will always find our way towards it. Like they say, where there is a will, there is a way. So I manage my time based on my priorities and then try to make the most of whatever comes my way.
Right, right. Beautiful. So, like you talk about so many passions that you have pursued through life. And, like, if I wanted to start asking you about each one of them, I am sure that we will run out of time today. So, I shall ask you about your writing itself. How did you exactly begin writing?
Well, my writing began in school itself. Like my father, when I was in class one, I remember he used to bring me a lot of those comics and all for me to read. So that itself developed my reading skills. And for writing, you need to read a lot. So that is where my reading began, right from childhood. And then I have been writing ever since during my school days. And I used to participate in all the literary contests, whatever possible in school and colleges. I contributed my writings to some of the journals, newspapers. Then recently, I have published as a co-author in English and Hindi in few books.
Wow.
So now, for me, writing has evolved into one of the most beautiful aspects of my life, and it has helped me heal and embrace life in ways I had never imagined before. So yes, writing, as I said earlier, is not just my passion but a therapy for my soul.
Wow, wow. That's just so inspiring. Like to do so many things in writing itself and never get tired of anything that you do. Like how do you manage your time? I'm sure I asked you that before, like what's your mantra and everything. But how, like as a college student, like we are college going audience, and I'm sure a lot of the listeners right now go to college. So how like is there any piece of advice that you would like to give to our college going audience out there on how they can manage their time?
Yeah, time management, I agree, it is very crucial and very tricky these days.
Hmm.
So my advice would be to grab every moment and make the most of it. Make the
Right.
most of whatever life gives you. Work on your weaknesses first, because that helps, really helps in the long run. Do not fear your weaknesses. Face them and handle them head on. And
Right.
do not assume that you can do everything. We will surely miss out on a few things on some days, and it's okay. It's completely okay to not be okay sometimes. So
Right.
take your time, pause a bit if you want, but then again play and use
Right.
your potential to the maximum. You can achieve whatever you wish for, because I
Right.
believe dreams do come true.
Hmm.
And life is simple. It's we who complicate it all the time.
Right, right. That's definitely something that I shall keep in mind. Like as a college student myself, time management is something that I think as teenagers we choose to neglect in favor of having all nighters every evening. It feels like a thrill to have no rules and to just, have fun with life, but we don't realize that maybe if we start inculcating that habit of time management from now, it'll help us in the long run, help us achieve all these things that we aspire to achieve, help us have the numerous hobbies that we want to have, just like you have had till now. So Dr. Moshmi, we have like come to the end of our questions for today's episode, and like before I go on to a more funnier and lighter round of questions, I wanted to ask this one thing. If you had to choose one lesson that you have learned through the course of your life, what would it be?
One most important lesson that I have learned is that if you rest, you rust.
Right.
So do not let your minds rest so much that they start rusting. Keep
Right.
tapping your potential, make the most of it for every opportunity that comes your way, because life is too short to be wasted. So live every moment to the utmost, and don't just exist, live. Add life to your years, as they say, not just years to your life.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much for that wonderful thought and advice. I'm sure all our listeners shall keep this thought close to them for a long, long time to come. Now, before we end, here at Buddy Mantra Highlights, we have a small rapid fire round. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, awesome. So I'll be asking you five questions, and they'll be fast questions. You don't need to explain them. If you'd like to, you can, but you don't need to explain them. And they're gonna be all fun and like just fun to do. So, my first question: would you prefer to text or to talk?
To text.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually thought you would prefer to talk. Okay, so second question: what is the last song that you listened to?
Last song is by Taylor Swift, Willow. Willow
Oh
song.
wow, I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan myself. That's so awesome. Okay,
Oh,
so
same pinch, high five.
oh, high five to you too. Um, who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh, that's SRK, one and only.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of our audience is relating so hard to you right now.
Yeah.
One place in the entire world that you would most definitely want to travel to.
Paris,
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Your favorite season of the year?
winter.
Same, same. I love winter too.
I
And
love cozy, warm blankets and winter.
same. I love turning on my AC to like full cold and then just wrapping myself in blanket. Okay. My last question. Have you ever worn socks with sandals?
Yeah, I have won them actually.
I
I
think I
now
think th-
realize.
that's the winter doing things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. For sure,
Awesome.
winter things.
Awesome, awesome. So we are all done with the rapid fire. And with that, we come to an end of today's episode. Again, thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Maushmi. To our listeners, you can now stream and listen to Badi Mantra highlights wherever you listen to all your podcasts from. We put out episodes every Wednesday and Sunday. Just type in Badi Mantra and you shall find us. But, before you leave, we have something very we would like to remind you about. Each week, we shall be releasing the names of our very special guests that we invite onto the podcast 3 days prior to our episode on our very own forum. There, you can type in all the questions that you have been dying to ask them, and we shall ask them in the final cut with your names featured. Head on over to buddymantra.com/forum for the names of our latest guest of the week. This was your host Shreya with our very special guest for today, Dr. Maushmi, and I shall be seeing you guys next week. Till then, stay safe, take care, and keep listening to Badi Mantra highlights.